2003 is when I graduated high school. I had no fucking idea. No fucking idea. I thought we were still in, like, you know, the 90s.com boom. I thought I could fucking go to you know, college to be a theater major. And I don't know, what kind of job was I going to get on Broadway? I just, like, was I going to be in, like, the fat, like, Rockettes? Like, what did I think I was going to do with my theater degree? I have no idea.
I tried out for the fat Rockettes, you know, because I ain't skinny, and they said no dice precious because they didn't. I'm 6'4". They didn't really have a thing to fit me because I'm not long legged. It's an illusion. I have a really tall top, but I have like normal legs, and you know the Rockettes, you know, they have like 9-foot legs, but no, I hear you with that. Like, actually, now that theater degree would do you better than in the old days. Because back in the old days, it was like who you knew. That's always number one, who you know, right? So if you got an in, you don't really matter if you got a degree or not, because you can just work your way up. You just got to get that foot in the door, right? And and sometimes a degree will do that. Like if you know, people laugh, oh, she's got a theater degree, but it's like, no, fucker. Sometimes people look for that shit, right? So it's not like it's a dumb decision. It's
dumb. Thank you, though.
No, you know,
I try to defend me, but it was stupid. I fucking admit it. Well, because like you know, when I was growing up in, like, you know, I definitely middle class, like upper middle class. Like, my mom taught at a private school, so I went to private school, even though I had no fucking business at a private school, really, like, monetarily speaking. So I just grew up in this, you know, privileged bubble and expected, you know, like, I was interested in studying the art, you know, like, right. I was gonna go and fucking do Shakespeare and sing opera. I did. I have. But why did I think I was going to do that for a living? I have no idea, because it drives me fucking insane. Did you grow up in the area? Like, you've been close to Broadway your whole life, right? Oh yeah. I live in Central Jersey. I'm like an hour outside the city. I've always lived here. Okay. And you know, so Jersey has a crazy secret. They essentially have like this, like, military style boot camp of underground, like, actual theater camps for children. And these are children that they train from a very young age to eventually be, like, you know, Broadway singer dancers. Mm-hmm. And these are kids that are getting in commercials. These are kids that are getting, you know, like, on Broadway, Tiny Tim on Broadway and the Christmas Carol, you know, like all that stuff, Annie and stuff, you know, like, these people are coming from Central Jersey, a lot of them, because there's just, you know, the competition here is high. It is fucking high. Like, mm-hmm. I went to college with 2 different Miss New Jerseys. I was taught tap class by 2 different ex-Rockettes. I went to, like, the you know, top regional theater, you know, in New Jersey, which is Paper Mill Playhouse. They have a summer program, which is extremely prestigious when you're 12, and, you know. But some of the people that went to that camp turned out to be, like, you know, the Eisenberg girl that was in a few movies. She was like a child actress. And then, oh God, what's her name? Who is... Shit. What is her name?
Eisenberg? No, I don't know.
No. No. Fucking... from, you know, the Princess Diaries, or, like, Les Mis. What the hell is her name? Nuts.
I'm Anne using some... Oh, that's not Eisenberg. It's like, wait a minute. No. You went to school with Anne Hathaway?
I didn't go the same year, but I went to the same school, yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it was a theater, you know, like a theater program, you know. So it was like essentially 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
every day. You have hour-long classes. You go to like a musical theater class where you learn how to act songs. You go to like a voice lesson where you learn how to sing. You go to like different dance classes, different movement classes. You go to scene work classes. It's like being in college. But I was, I don't know, 13, 14.
Wow.
And this stuff is common. They start kids like really young. They start kids like, maybe around, I guess, like third grade.
Jeez.
They start kids really young. So there's a whole community of people here in New Jersey that are, have been brought up this way. And a lot of them eventually go into the industry to do other shit. And some of them end up being actors, and then some of them don't.
Yeah.
Go absolutely nutty fucking crazy like I did. So.
Well, I mean, like, what are you still pursuing that to a certain degree, or or do your interests lie more in what you're doing now?
Well, no. I mean, I sort of fell into what I do now. I take care of a special needs girl who's in a wheelchair, and she's what they call nonverbal. She can sort of speak and make sounds, but she doesn't really speak like fluently. So I love her. I love her a lot. And I've had a really, I would say generally fulfilling time, like teaching her how to communicate with me and stuff like that. And I've done a lot with her. I made a lot of progress with her. But, that was never my life goal. I mean,
well, right.
So I for a while, I was going to be a children's book author, and that's still a dream that I have,
cool.
to write children. Yeah. And I actually, I had a internship at the imprint and Scholastic that published Harry Potter in America. I did that for a year. That was really cool. And then I asked them for a job, and then she laughed in my face. She's like, we don't have the budget for that. For years. I was like,
I know, right? It's like the shit you really want to do. Nobody has the budget to hire you for that kind of sort of thing. Or if they do, they already have people in there, and you have to wait years to get in there. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
I think
go ahead.
Publishers in New York City. I mean, I went to the main building. I was working in like the main Scholastic building.
Right.
So. I would have hoped that they, would have had some room, because they should have. In better years, they would have, honestly. In better years, they would have, because the things that I was doing was what a full paid assistant was doing for her boss, essentially, right? So she also needed assistance. She just didn't have the money for it. So anyway, so that's where life took me after theater, because... I got out of theater for many reasons. But one of them was I didn't like the stories that were being told. I don't like, a lot of modern Broadway stuff. I don't like, even the stuff that I used to like when I was younger. Now, having, gone through some harder times, seem privileged to me. And it seems like the people who are making theater nowadays, especially, have the privilege to make theater nowadays, are making extremely privileged theater. And there's stories that I'm not anywhere near interested in telling. And it was very difficult for me to find material when I was working, in classes and stuff like that. I'm not a stereotypical ingenue. Definitely not. I'm definitely a character actress. And most of those parts are 40 to 50 years old and upwards. Yeah. So what was I going to do until then, right? So anyway, so that was part of the process. Part of it was because my parents passed away, and I had some issues with that. And theater is really a dog eat dog world, and I just couldn't live like that. So I still love musicals. I still have a great voice. I still sing pretty much 8 hours a day for the girl that I take care of. I sing Disney songs to her all the time.
That's cool.
That's how I've gotten her to be able to say like 3 and 4 syllable words now, is that we sing songs together, Disney songs.